Hello and welcome to this lesson, which is about the load and run Julia. And the objective is to learn to load the Julia module and get started with the Julia command line and learn to run Julia scripts on HPC Center in Sweden. And I will point you to the local documentation at your cluster, which you can reach here, where you get more information on how it works. The principle of these modules is that it hides all of the thousands or hundreds of programs that are installed on our HPC clusters. So to be able to use one of the tools, maybe Julia, then you have to load that Julia module specifically to be able to use it. So it's kind of information hiding, because otherwise you may have clashes between different versions of programs, because we can have several versions of Julia or Python installed. So that's the reason. We have a short cheat sheet here, how to look for modules. So search for them and search for specific versions maybe. And so Spider is a useful tool. Avail can be used in some clusters and might be better. You can see what's currently loaded. So what you have installed actively right now with module list. And you can also unload with this unload. And if you want to make your environment clean, you can use this module purge, which is recommended in some of the clusters. Yes, and here is some notes about this available. And I will see some differences now when showing the principles. So first of all, one can check what is available out there. So for Julia, for some classes we can use this module avail Julia, and we can try now on Tetralit, for instance. Module avail Julia. Then you will get this information. So we see that this will be the latest, and you see the naming here. We have the version and also some other information. At the other classes, it will look differently. Here we have an example. This is for Tetralit I showed. For others, like Darden, you have to do module Spider instead. And we see the different versions, and we can see also to be able to see how to, what is needed to load this module. We can do this module Spider and the name. Then you will get some information of how we can load it. More about this later. So from this, with this principle, module avail or module Spider, we get an overview what is installed. What is installed? Yes. The next step is to load the specific Julia module you want. And for reproducibility, we recommend to always load a specific module. Otherwise, if you just do like, for instance, module load Julia, you will get some kind of default one. And that can change when new versions are installed by the application experts at the center. And that means that when you load Julia next time, it will be another version, and your packages and scripts may break. So it's a good practice to maybe note the version that you're using and then load the same one every time until you start a new project. So module load, Julia, and then the version number. It could look like this. Some clusters, other clusters, you need to include the architecture or the bin name. So this one was for Tetralit, so I can test this. We can also use the short command ml, which is the same as module load. I will copy paste this. Probably control insert and shift insert. No, it didn't work. So I will use the other one. Yes, copy paste. And it seems to be, it worked because we have no output. We can also check that it is there by using this module list. We see now that we have a sticky module loaded already, which is always there in the background. And we have the Julia module, like this. And here we have some other ways to do. This is for Dardel. And then you also have to, yes, when we do this module spider in the name, it tells you you will need to load all the modules on any of the lines before the, okay, yeah, before your Julia module is available. In this case, it tells me it's only one line and one module. So we just load this module like this, and then the Julia one. And then we are good to go. So now we can actually start a Julia session like this, Julia. And you see that it started. We make this a little bit bigger and this one smaller. So now we are in the so-called REPL, the read eval print loop, which is a kind of Julia console where you can type your commands. And this is, yeah, it could look like this. And the thing with the Julia REPL is that there are several modes. And the default one is the Julia mode. This is where you come to when you start Julia. So here you execute the commands instead. And the other modes will be described later down here. And once you are done with your work in one or the other modes, you can return to the basic Julian mode by the backspace key. So let's present a little bit shell mode. That is, yeah, you arrive to an ordinary command line for like bash. If you type a semicolon here, you can do pwd to see where we are. I can list what I have. I can also go in. I can also change directory to something else. Like I go into the Julia directory. And I can use this tab complete, which is a useful command. Just pressing the tab key, and then the computer will give you the full name here. So now we are here, and it seems to be empty right now. Okay, now I want to go back. So I press the back space. So now I'm back in the Julia mode. So Linux commands can be made here. Then we have package manage mode, which is useful when we want to look at packages or install or update packages, which will be the next session. So we can do this with the ending square bracket. And it tells us that, okay, here I use the version 1.8. And in this case, it shows me that, okay, I'm working in a 1.10 version. And then you can use the different commands to work here, but more about this in the next session. Then we have help mode, and I will see if I press question mark directly here, will it work? No, it doesn't. So I have to go back to the Julian mode. Backspace. Now I can press question mark, and we get this help prompt. And here's an example, ans, which is answer. Yes, the variable referred to the last computed value. We can test something else like print. And we have how we can use this command. Okay, we also see now that when I was ready with this, I'm back automatically, it seems, in the Julian mode. Yes. If I adds like this. Oh. Yeah. So after this help mode, you will come automatically back to the Julian mode. So if we want to quit, we do either Control D or maybe more nice is exit, and don't forget the parentheses. And we are back in the console, in the bash terminal. Yes. So a little bit summary here, and you can also get some more information about these different modes and how you can work with them. Running a script directly from the command line can be done by this. Let's see first that we have this example file. We usually call Julia files for with the suffix JL. So let's see if we have it here. I will open it with nano x. Yes, it is there. Yes, and we have this line println, this one. Okay, so let's try this. Julia example.jl, and we have some output. Hello world. Okay. I will now just show you if I do a module list or just short ML. This shows that I have the Julia loaded. I can now unload and see what happens. You can also use this minus sign, Julia, and tab complete. And then we see here, okay, no Julia module here. And let's now try to start Julia anyway, see what happens. No, Julia, command not found. So that means that the path to our Julia executable is not in a path. So we cannot just start it like this. But with the module loaded, like this, then we can start Julia. So this is the principle, and now it's time for you to do the exercises. And we have the solutions here. And yes, good luck.